Hey everybody, it's Mike, aka that Reseller Guy. I'm here on Thursday. Well, at least I'm filming this on Thursday. I have no idea what day you're watching this. Hopefully you're watching it on Thursday that I put it out. That's what I'm hoping that y'all do, is you watch these videos shortly after I put them out, get the views out there, get the algorithm going, and try to get a few extra views on this channel. So what am I talking about today? We're talking about inventory that I picked up here the past week, last couple days. What is it? I don't know. I'll show you. Let's get going. Alright, so I went and visited a friend of mine that has a sports card shop, and he gets lots of different collectibles in his store, not just sports related items. People come in trying to sell him all kinds of different stuff, and he usually buys just about everything at the right price, and a lot of times I'll go in there and see if we can make a big bulk deal, and we kind of did that this week. So let me show you some of the stuff. I picked up a ton of action figures, and I picked a ton of baseball card sets as well. I'm not going to show all the card sets, but I will go through the action figures. I think some of them are pretty cool. I picked up a lot of stuff from my booth recently, a couple cool items over here. So it's going to be a big show and tell type day. So I'm going to show you a bunch of stuff that I think is pretty cool, and how much I'll be selling it for, what I paid for it, and all that sort of stuff. I'm wearing a Kentucky basketball shirt today. It's kind of weird. It was in the back of my closet. I was kind of going through some of the shirts that I have, and I realized I haven't worn this shirt in a long time. This was actually sent to me by a viewer probably 2 years ago, year and a half ago, something like that, and it's been sitting in the closet, and I haven't worn it in quite a while. So I figured I'd better put this one on and wear it today. Even though I'm a Duke fan out of Kentucky, this is kind of burning my skin a little bit, but, you know, I figured it was necessary. So thanks for sending me this shirt. I appreciate it. If some of you have been watching this channel for a long time, the story was I have a Duke basketball shirt that I used to wear, and he would give me a little ribbing in the comments about wearing a Duke shirt. So I said, hey, if you send me a Kentucky shirt, I'll wear it, and I'll ban that Duke shirt from this channel. That Duke shirt has not been on this channel since then. All right, so what did I pick up? Let's go with the action figures first. I found some stuff. Some of them are sports figures. Some of them are like McFarlane's and starting lineups, but some of them are the comic and TV type ones. And I want to get more into this kind of stuff because there's not a lot of it at the mall where my antique booth is. And I want to put more pegboard in there, but I need a lot of inventory so I can fill those pegs, or at least before I get the pegs all set up. So let's show you some of the stuff first. First, we got this figure from Hercules, the TV series, but this is actually Xena. Xena had her own series, obviously, but I think she appeared in Hercules quite a bit here. A lot of these figures aren't worth a ton. They're probably in the $10 to $20 range. That's where the majority of them are going to be sold. If they're a higher dollar than that, I'm probably going to put it on eBay. Anyway, so we got Xena here. I picked up this batch of action figures for $60. Now at the end, I'll recap how much the total retail value is on that $60 that I paid for it all. But we're going to start off with Xena. Did any of you watch Xena back in the day? I watched a couple episodes here or there. It just wasn't my thing, but or Hercules. Same thing. Kevin Sorbo. All right, next. This one actually is pretty cool. This is from the comic book or movie Spawn, made by McFarlane Toys. And ironically enough, I actually had this figure before loose that I sold in my booth probably a couple months ago. So it was kind of neat to get this thing in the box here. I forget what it's called. It's called Scourge. Scourge, I believe is how you pronounce that. I know there's a lot of glare, and I'm trying. Oh, there's a good angle. He's pretty creepy looking. I think this one's like $15. I think I priced that at $14.95. I use those $14.95 or $14.99. Not the $15. I'm still in that belief that you can trick people thinking it's $1 less by doing that. I don't know if it really works or not. It's just what I've done, and probably what I always keep doing. All right, next we got starting lineup figures. Now, starting lineup figures in general aren't well collected anymore. Back in like the late 90s, early 2000s, you could find starting lineups everywhere. And unfortunately now you find them and there's a lot of junk players that they made, people that nobody collects. So when I'm buying these, I only want players that are big name guys or local players that will be collected. So this is obviously Mickey Mantle. Mickey Mantle's worldwide known, and I would pick him up in any product. So this first one here, starting lineup. Does it look like Mickey Mantle? No. These were the detail on these is not very good. This is a $10 to $15 figure. I priced it at $12 because there's a little bend in the box there. So we're hoping to get $12 for the Mick. Next up, local player Jake Plummer, Arizona Cardinals. This one is from '99-2000. So you got Jake there, and you get a little card with him. And here, sometimes these cards can be more valuable than the figure itself. If you look online, these cards will sell for like $2 to $5 each just for the card, depending on the player. But being a local guy, I priced this at $10. It will sell at $10. You look online, someone on eBay has to charge you at least $5-6 to ship this. So if you want to compare prices on eBay versus what I sell them for in my booth, the total price will be cheaper getting it in my booth at $10. So local player, I'll pick up any Arizona Cardinal player, any Phoenix Suns player, any Arizona Diamondbacks player. You know, most Diamondback players anyways. Next, talking about Diamondbacks, we got Travis Lee, known as the original Diamondback. He was our first #1 draft pick back in 1997. Had a decent little career. He didn't become a big superstar, but if you look at his career stats, the dude actually had a pretty nice career. So let's see if I can get him out the glare. He got a nice swinging action pose, number 16 right there. What I didn't like this year is they did like this generic background. So even though you got Travis Lee, you got like this Yankees looking guy up here. But there's his card. There's that. Travis Lee, I think that one's $8. I priced it just a couple bucks cheaper. Travis Lee's not a huge name, but if you're a Diamondbacks fan, you know who he is. Oh, actually, I'm going to go to... Actually, no. That one, I got to wait on that one because I got to go with the total price and then show you what I'm selling them for. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. All right, down here on the ground, I got a few more of them. But these are nicer figures. I will pick up just about anybody in the McFarlane series. These... I wouldn't price any of them below $10, and they can go up a lot. But I think the most expensive one I sold in my booth has been like $30. I had a nice Wayne Gretzky one. I think I got $30 for that. But we got a bunch of Phoenix Suns guys. Suns are in the playoffs right now. NBA playoffs are starting. So these were guys from back in the 2000s with the Suns. So we got Sean Marion here. That one's going to be $15, $14.95. We got Amari Stoudemire, another good player, another $14.95. Two more down here. Right here. All right, one of the best Suns ever, Stevie Nash. That one's going to be $20. Yeah, Stevie Nash was really popular. Was a great player. It was so fun to watch. The years with Marion, Stoudemire, and Steve Nash, those were some great Phoenix Suns years. My favorite era, well, that and the Barkley era with the Suns. Those two Suns teams were fantastic to watch. And the last one, we got Greg Maddux, one of the best pitchers of all time. He just really doesn't get his due as one of the greatest pitchers of all time. That one's going to be $15 as well. So all those action figures, was that all of them? Oh, no, there's 3 more back here. We got some Star Wars. These, I only want the big name guys. There are probably 100 characters that they put out for all these different Star Wars ones. But I only want the main people because they're kind of all over the place. You'll see these in people's booths that don't really even sell toys and stuff. They'll throw Star Wars action figures up there for $10 or something, but it's some droid that you don't even know who it was. So I picked 3 that he had. We first going with Darth Sidious, and these are the ones that have like these little Comtech chips. I don't know the whole detail. I think there was like a little player you put them in and it did something. I don't really remember. But that one's going to be like $8, something like that. Then we got from that same series, episode 1, we got Darth Maul. Darth Maul is well collected. So that one's going to be $10. You can look them up on eBay. They're $8 to probably $15 tops, but you'll see some sales in there for $2 and $3 as well, plus shipping. So we're going to put him at 10. Again, that's another one with that little com chip thingy. And then the last one, we got Ben, also known as Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's our only hope. And this is from the Power of the Force. This series is, I think, the one that you see the most of these POTF, Power of the Force figures. Very cheap. When I'm generally buying these, I'm only paying like $1 or so a piece because they're going to sell for about $3 to $7. I think I priced him at $7 for Ben Kenobi. If I had Luke and Princess Leia and those, they'll probably be $7. They could be a little more, but not too much more. There's so many characters in that Power of the Force series that nobody wants. All right, so that's it. That's figures we got. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 figures. I paid him $60. So I paid an average of $5 per figure on these. I totaled it all up. What I'm going to list it for in my booth is about $160. So that's about $100 profit before all the fees and everything. So I'm pretty happy with that. Just being, oh, I missed one. There's one more figure. Boom, the Tick. I never really watched the Tick. I didn't read the comic book. This one is like a talker. Let's see, does he still talk? No. You got a little button on the back that you press, but it no longer works. And you can see his yellow shirt that says "I love wheat." I don't know the whole story behind that. Is a little darkened. So that's another one. I think that one's a $10 figure as well. So it all added up to $160 after the fees. You know, we'll say $80, $85 in fees. You know, is what I'll make in profit. $80, $85 on my $60 purchase. So gets a lot of inventory in there, gets some stuff out of my friend's shop, keeps that relationship going, and all that good stuff. So Next, there was one more action figure. This had to be a separate deal because I didn't realize he was worth as much. He knew that this one. I just saw this one on the shelf. We got Ivan Drago from Rocky 4. He Must Break You. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Dolph Lundgren. You can't see it quite that great, but they actually made 4 of them. So you had Apollo Creed, Rocky, and Clubber Lang. You had Mr. T there. Cool little series action figure. These are made by NECA. NECA makes pretty good toys. He told me that was worth $100. I didn't believe him. I looked it up on eBay while I was at the store, and you know what? He was telling me the truth. These sell for about $100 on eBay. There's a couple solds and a couple available. So I paid him $45 for this one, and I listed it for $100. So hopefully, basically, looking to make about $50 after fees and everything on that one. Kind of double my money on that once it does sell. Other than that, those were all the action figures. Let's see. Yep, that one's down there. I showed you. Next, I've been picking up a lot of video games this week. I don't know why I've been able to run into some video games in the thrift stores. So I got a big stack of those. Let's go through those. All right, we'll go with the ones that I already priced, already got ready to go. I use these little plastic baggies. It's just like a little slip cover you can put over those. I'm just afraid at my booth, if I don't have it kind of covered and sealed, that people are going to open it up, either put discs everywhere, steal the disc, do stuff like that, like you see in the thrift store. So I take a little extra step to make sure that they're protected a little better. Let's go. The good thing was that I found a lot of PS3 games. So you see a lot of Xbox 360, PS2. You see a lot of those games out there, and they're kind of slow sellers unless you get the really, really big titles. So I was just grabbing what I could find at a decent price. So let's go. We got a Final Fantasy game. Final Fantasy like 12. Is that what it is? Whatever it says there. I know there's a lot of glare. What's that one? $10. Most of these I probably paid an average of about $3. That's about the range. Stores over here in Arizona are all over the place. From store to store, it's different. Some stores, all PS3 games are like $5.29. Going to other stores, they're $3.29. Going to some stores, they're $2.49. So it just kind of matters on the store, and you're just hoping that you find some okay titles. Next, we got Uncharted. I've sold a couple of these in my booth before after they did the movie with Mark Wahlberg and Tom Holland. After the Uncharted movie, I think these games got a little more popular. Not real expensive. $8 game. Ghost Recon 2, that one's $7. We got Soul Calibur 4 for $12. What's this? Star Wars Force Unleashed, that one's $12. Now, another thing with these games, I'm also really wanting ones that are complete in box. CIB stands for complete in box, which just means it has the manual in there as well. Get a little more money for them that way. Eat Lead. Never heard of that game, but it looked like it was pretty decent. $12 on that. Call of Duty 3, that one's another $12 game. And the last one back here, PS4, we got the Lego Star Wars. That one is a, what is it? Sometimes it's hard to read without my glasses. $10 on that. So nice little stack of games. Again, PS3 and PS4, I'm looking for more of those instead of the Xbox games. Wii games still sell as well. I didn't find any Wii this week. We did find a couple Xbox 360 games. Like I said, I find a lot of Xbox 360. But I picked these two up because they were both Sonic titles. I think I'm working on getting these priced right now. So let me look over on my screen to see what I priced them at. $12. $12 a piece on each of those Sonic games. We got Little Big Planet. That game sells pretty good. I think that one... Why did I click off the screen? I shouldn't have done that. What's this one? Little Big Planet. We got $8 for that little guy. And then we picked this one up. This one's not worth a whole lot. I think $7 and something like that. $7 for that one. And the only reason I picked this one up is because these were marked $5 a piece. So I'm going to get them for about $4 each after my coupon if I can spend $20. But this was all I found in the store, and that was only $15. So I had to buy it. It's basically like getting this game free or getting it for $1 because my total was like $16 and change. So always make sure that you use your coupons accordingly and to your advantage every time. Haven't found a whole lot of Funko Pops recently. Did find a couple in the store the other day, so I found this Valentine's Day Chewbacca one, and he was actually worth more than I thought. If you look on eBay, they go for $12 to $15 pretty regularly. I put it at $12, and then we found this one. This is actually a Disneyland exclusive that you can only get in what is the Disneyland Eric? It's slipping my mind at the time, but you can see down at the bottom it's still got that Disneyland tag on there for like $25. But right now he's only worth about $14, and he came in a pop protector, so someone will get a little bonus on that one. A couple more things. I find tons of these Infinity Gauntlets. It only has one button that you press and lights up and makes some noise. But these I put them for $12.95, sell within a week or so after me putting them there. And this really cool vintage Oakland Raiders Hutch little 2-bar helmet, pretty cool. I think I put it at $15. Let's what it looks like there. If you look on eBay, these might sell for 25 or so. This one had quite a few scratches and stuff, so I figured I'd rather just put it in my booth since I might not be able to show those scratches as well on eBay in the pictures. All right, we got 2 more things to show you right over here. Well, I got more to show you besides this, but I found these the other day at a little local thrift store, and the boxes jumped out at me and it screamed vintage. Check this thing out. I didn't have anything like this as a kid. This was actually put out before I was born. Yeah, that's how old this thing is. It's made by Mattel, called Creeple People. And it's a little set where you have these little... Oh, actually, this box shows you better, because I got 2 different kinds. This one's called Creepy Crawlers. And if you look at this kid down here, you see he's got these little colorful jars of like these little plastic stuff. And you put it into these metal molds and heat them up, and you make these cool little people and bugs and stuff. And they made a bunch of different kits like this. They were only $5 at that store. So I was willing to go ahead and take the risk. I didn't know too much about them. One set looked like it was pretty complete, and the other one maybe half complete. So I bundled the 2 together, and there's my listing right there for $100. I had a lot of inquiries as soon as I listed it, but nobody's pulled the trigger yet. It's only been listed a few days. I think I picked it up on, what day is today? Thursday? I picked it up Friday of last week. So hopefully this will sell pretty quickly. So I'd kept it in my office here hoping it was going to sell quickly, but I'm going to go put it out in the garage here later today. The last thing that I told you that I got, this was also from my buddy at his card shop. He had a person come in and sell them a ton of sports card sets. And I didn't bring them all in here. The reason why is I bought 70 sets. Yeah, 70 sets. And they all come in these big long boxes like this. And they're sets anywhere from like 1988 into the mid-90s. You had some Donruss, you had a lot of Tops, and a lot of other ones. Now, it's nicer when they're the factory sets that come from the company. Actually, let me grab one. I'll show you the difference between. This is called the hand-collated set, which means someone just opened up boxes of cards and put the whole complete set together. Then you got the factory set. Okay, here it is. This is a factory set from the card company. This is 1987 Topps Baseball. Yeah, I'm holding it the right way. Sometimes they call this the Christmas box because they'd come around at Christmas time, and I guess you're supposed to buy them for kids for Christmas. So you got hand-collated, plain box, Christmas box. These are more valuable. People like these factory sealed sets. You know they're 100% complete when they're like this. Now here's the deal with these sets. I paid just under $5 a set on these. Yeah, I bought 70 of them. You can do the math. It was a lot of money that I spent on all these sets, and it's going to probably take me well over a year to sell through all of them. I'll put them in my booth. You have to sell these for less than you do like those factory sets, again, because they're hand-collated. So here's what they look like inside. This one's a Donruss set. So what I do, let me just grab a card from the top here. So I'll take this box, I'll tape it so you can't get into it. I'll put a card like this so you can see what set it is. Put it on here, put cards number 1 through 700 or however many cards are in the set. And I'll probably price it between 12 and 15 bucks. It'll be the price that I'll get per set. So in the long run, I'll make quite a bit of money off this deal. It's just going to take a while and a lot of work because these sets are like this. I got to verify that the star cards are in there. I'm not going to count every single card. From what we've seen, these sets are complete, and I can just verify that like the top rookie card or the top star card, there's not a lot of real valuable cards in these, maybe a few dollar card at the most. So I'll make sure that it's in there, put it in my booth, and we will slowly sell through these in my collectibles booth. All right, I think that's going to wrap it up. That's it for today. I got an appointment here in a little bit, and I got to get a couple orders packed and shipped out. We're not going to talk about orders, but I am going to put out, I think, a bonus video on Sunday. It's going to be based on today's sales. We're going to have a guessing game, the how much it sold for game. Don't go look at my solds. Don't go see the sold price for these items. I'm going to show you some items. Some of them might have some surprising values. Some might not have surprising values and have low values. And I just want you to guess in the comments how much you think some of them sold for. I think that'll be a little fun, a little bonus on Sunday. I don't usually put out a lot of videos over the weekend, but I'll film that later today, and we'll get it out to you. All right, that's it for today. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up. Go watch KK Internet. Go watch that card guide and all that stuff. Thanks, everybody, for watching. See you next time.